this is the case of McDaniels versus McDaniels. Mr. McDaniels, you are suing your daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
For $3,200. You say she owes you the penalty fee for breaking an apartment lease. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, correct.
And Ms. McDaniels, you say you don't owe your father anything.
No, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. McDaniels, to help your daughter get an apartment, or what happened?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, I'm here suing my daughter because she came to me asking for help getting an apartment, so I paid the deposit and the rental agreement for the lease. And first of all, Your Honor, she was in a marriage, and she's divorced now, but her husband put her out, so she came asking me for help. I offered for her to come stay with me, but she wanted her own place, and I respected that, so I went and got her the...
Did you have kids, Ms. McDaniels?
Yes, ma'am, I do now.
Okay, you do now, but you didn't have children when you asked your dad to help you?
Not at the time, no, ma'am.
All right, and so, Dad, Mr. McDaniels, you said you gave her the deposit. Did you also co-sign on the lease with her, or you just gave her money?
I gave her the money and co-signed.
And how much was the money you gave her?
I gave her $860, I believe, for the first month. And I have the proof here that I co-signed as well.
All right, I'd like to see that, please.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So you signed the lease here.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what happens, Ms. McDaniels? Your dad helps you get into a place. Why is he suing you for $3,200?
Well, Your Honor, my biological sperm donor, because I don't think a father would do something like this. I was going through a hard time. I was going through a divorce. Well, I went through a divorce, and we were living with his mom.
You called him a biological sperm donor.
Yes, Your Honor.
But he wasn't a biological sperm donor when he gave $860. He was daddy then, I'm sure. It wasn't even dad then. It was daddy, I need help.
Correct.
Okay. So now you're mad because he's suing you. So now he's a biological sperm donor. And I want to ask you, so why'd you have to break the lease?
I had to break the lease because I couldn't afford the bills.
Your Honor,
After he had asked you, you could just stay with him?
Your Honor, I needed my own space.
So you also need to know how to afford that own space.
Yes, and at first I was doing okay, but then the bills started piling up because they cut my hours at work. I had a lot going on, and he said that he was going to support me because he didn't support me when I was growing up.
Have you taken that issue up with your mother as well?
Yes, I have. I asked her, you know, where's my dad when I was growing up? But of course, you know, they had their own thing going on, and I needed to stay in the child's place.
But now, even with that, your dad has brought in an affidavit from Helicia Reynolds. Now that's
the mother. That's her mother.
Her mom.
Her mom.
And you brought it in.
Yeah, and we don't agree on anything, Your Honor, but this matter right here we agree upon.
Saying she's observed Stefan's actions and behavior. Who's Stefan?
Her new boyfriend, the one that's older than me, and I'm in my 50s.
So now you dating a man older than your dad?
Your Honor, we have a child together.
Okay, so your mother states in her affidavit that I believe that I've observed Stefan's actions and behaviors towards Winter, and his extravagant gestures and spending aren't genuine expressions of love, but rather calculated maneuvers to impress her and advance his own interests. The man is looking for a nurse. She goes on to say, based on my interactions with Stefan and my observations of his interactions with Winter, I am of the opinion that he's not a man of substance and his intentions towards my daughter may not be sincere. I'm concerned that Stefan may be exploiting Winter's vulnerability and naivete for his own gain, particularly in pursuit of a caregiver or nurse. Okay, this is a lot. So obviously your dad or your mother don't like your new boyfriend.
Exactly.
Now, they ain't the first parents and won't be the last. And given what you said, a lot of women, and I'm not generalizing, but it has been studied that some women who like older men also deal with paternity issues, not necessarily a question of paternity, but maybe an absence of a father in their lives in the way, and that older man represents that type of care and security. Is that what you think you're doing?
I love him, Your Honor.
All right.
I really love him, and he does everything that my father just does not do.
Your Honor,
Now,
excuse
as
me?
much as I want to run a full counseling session here today, I don't have time.
To me, it's clear as day. We have some daddy issues going on in this case, and the daughter is being so disrespectful towards her dad, calling her a sperm donor. I'm sorry. He was your daddy when you needed the money or place to stay, but the moment he decided to teach you a lesson and actually some responsibility that you, as a new mother and someone who lives all by yourself, should know by now, he magically became a sperm donor. Oh, give me a break. And your father is more of a man that your boyfriend will ever be because he's the one supporting you. Just putting it out there. It's not your boyfriend who is there paying for your apartment. It's your daddy who co-signed for a lease, not your boyfriend. Just a reminder there. So I'm sorry, who is supporting who in this case? You're old enough to move out all by yourself. You need your own place, but no means to pay for it. How typical, seriously. And now you have your boyfriend who is also sounds like being supported by your parents. When will you guys stop playing families and relationships? You're not old enough to support yourself, yet alone a child and another adult who is sponging off of you. And now she's blaming her dad? For what? Exactly. For helping her in a time of need and trusting her enough to co-sign for her lease? Just despicable. Back to the courtroom.
And so this suit was brought for $3,200
Yes, ma'am.
for a lease
Yes, ma'am.
that you co-signed.
Yes, ma'am.
What I'm trying to understand is once she broke the lease, I see here in the agreement that any tenant that breaks the lease will have a penalty of $3,200,
Yes,
which
ma'am.
will be payable to the landlord. So you paid that?
Yes, ma'am.
Because the lease was in your name.
I was stuck with yes, ma'am.
That's what that cosign means.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a lot of people that learn that the hard way, right, gallery?
Yep.
Can I add
Anybody
one
out
thing?
there learn that the hard way?
Your Honor, can I
Okay.
add one thing?
Woo! Mr.
Please.
McDaniels,
I'm sorry.
take a breath.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
You about to wear me out.
I don't want to do that. I'm sorry.
My Lord, I'm glad you understand your case and ready to present, but my Lord, take a breath.
Okay. We'll do.
I'm trying to figure out how you think you deserve $3,200 or your daughter owes you. You felt like you guys had a contract, an agreement?
No.
You don't feel like you had an agreement.
Well, Your Honor, it's not even about the money for me. It's about teaching her that life.
If one more person comes in here and wastes my time, talks me down to the ground for 15 minutes straight, suing for money, but then tell me it ain't about the money. If y'all don't learn how to resolve these issues in y'all's family room, instead of coming up here and wasting time in the courtroom and taking it away from people who really do need resolution, you know good and well when you sign that lease, you old enough to know, and you sure enough got enough to say. So you must know that when you signed it, you took responsibility. There's no agreement between you and your daughter. I'm going to sign this lease for you in exchange for this. If you do not live out the lease term, you owe me this. There's no agreement, no meeting of the minds. You just help your daughter out. You got on the lease. Once you get on the lease, you're responsible for it.
Okay.
And the truth is, you talking about, oh, it really ain't about the money for me. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to tell me what it is about for you, and then we can move on.
Okay, well, I just wanted to learn responsibilities and to pick better people in her life. The guy that she's with, if he's really supporting her, he's not even here. If he was really supporting her, he would be here supporting her now.
He's working.
I just wanted to learn lessons of life, Your Honor. If it wasn't me suing her, it would be another landlord suing her for the same thing.
I cannot but agree with that statement. I'm pretty sure that's coming probably later on in her life because I don't think she's learning anything from this case. I don't believe it. I did not hear a single word of any remorse in what she has done. And she feels she's in the right. She didn't have a father figure when she was growing up. And unfortunately, they did not touch onto that subject to actually tell us exactly how little or how much he was in her life. But to me, the fact that her mother decided to write a testimony in his defense tells a lot. Unfortunately, in this case, as a real estate agent, I kind of know where it's all going. He co-signed. So legally, in the court of law, he is equally responsible for the lease. And if his daughter decided to break the lease, he's on the hook. So unless they had an extra agreement going on between the two of them, that is a written agreement, both of them signed, there is not much judge can do about this arrangement. He is equally responsible for the lease. Back into the courtroom.
As a parent, I get it. When you're really trying to teach your child responsibilities and they're older, right? My son's only 13, but I even noticed this in his development. You have to employ different tactics as they get older. Any parents out there? What used to work when they were 5 doesn't work when they're 10. And then it doesn't work when they're 12. Because the truth is, even though you might have resented him, when you needed him, in this instance, he was there. Because he loves you. Because I wouldn't co-sign no lease.
Finally.
Especially not with a separate and independent agreement about what your responsibilities were if, in fact, you broke the lease. You acting like a little kid. Just out here signing leases and getting people tied up financially and their credit on the line and then walking out. Now, y'all done wasted my time today, but I hope you've started to learn some lessons. No, Mr. McDaniels, your daughter does not owe you the $3,200 under the law. Now, does she owe it to you from a daughter to a dad? Yes. But once you got on that lease and assumed that full responsibility by basically,
It's mine.
yeah, you did. That's what you signed. It's right there.
Yes.
You're responsible for that $3,200, so I have to dismiss your case.
Okay.
But I hope, for your sake, that you all start more daddy-daughter dialogue that's not crouched in an emergency, right? You all have things to discuss and things to work through. I suggest you get some counseling, and I think it can help work through your issues and Ms. McDaniels through some of yours as well, so that you don't pass those things down to your children. Because oftentimes, these familial dysfunctions, right, they are generational, and you carry them through generation after generation. You understand? I wish you all the very best. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.
Well, it is what it is. We kind of knew it was going this direction because he co-signed. There was no extra agreement going on between the daughter and the father. Therefore, the judge couldn't do anything about it. So he is equally responsible, therefore bears responsibility for breaking of the lease. However, if we look at the moral aspect of this situation, he was genuinely trying to help his daughter to get up on her feet. And now he has to pay the price for it. So morally, yes, she does owe that money to him, but not legally. And guys, as parents, I know a lot of you will agree with me. We who actually genuinely love our children and who wish nothing but the best for them, if we see some traits in their other halves or their partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, and we know that there is a problem with that person, it usually comes from not resentment, but from love. And we know there are problems. We know she or he is going to be unhappy with that person later on because based on our experience, based on the years we've been on earth and just our overall knowledge of people, and that we are not emotionally involved with that person, so we can see clearly for who he or she really is, we can tell right away. And in most cases, it does fall on deaf ears when we talk to our children. But if you are that child out there, just keep in mind that it comes from a place of love and experience and wisdom. And maybe try to listen to your parents. And maybe there will be some things revealed to you that you're not able to see on your own right now when you are in love and you have this rose-colored glasses on your eyes. What did you guys think about this case? What do you think about this father-daughter relationship? Do you think they will be able to patch things up? Please put it in your comments below, and thank you so much for watching.